Hello, everyone. Welcome if you are new to the channel, and welcome back if you love me. I love you too. I love you too. We're here for July readings. There will be timestamps in the comments in the description after the live is over, so you guys can hop, skip, and jump all over the place. You can cross watch, you can do whatever you want. I will say that if you are cross watching, just know that I could be talking to you, even though I'm referring to your sign. So just keep that in mind. Also, don't get hung up on genders. I talk he and she because of the genders on the cards, but it's an energy, you know, masculine and feminine. So you'll know, just listen to your resonation, right? Discern, you know how a reading resonates with you. Okay. Always be aware of the mirror. If it's something going on between you and someone else, there's also an inner dynamic of light and shadow also at play. And I have a special announcement. So I was having a one-on-one with Spirit yesterday, and we were talking about the point, and I kind of shared it in a brief live. And then when I got into the weekly duality report afterwards, I was like, gosh, it's such a message, right? It's such a message. And I oftentimes find myself wishing that everybody else was getting these messages. And so while I was driving into work to my day job, I was talking with Spirit, and I said, how do we make that work? And Spirit, it was so funny because I kind of laughed. I'm a divine timing kind of person, right? I go public live when Spirit guides me to go live. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It doesn't matter what's going on. It's just, you know, Spirit tells me to go live, I listen. And the weekly duality report and the monthly zodiac reads like this one are on a schedule, right? They're not divinely timed, but they're on a schedule. And I thought, that's their ripple. My ripple, I mean, God knows, I'm divine voice box. Like that's what I am. And the channel members have wholeheartedly believed in me as a channel, as a voice box for Spirit for well over a year now with the memberships, but even beyond that, because a lot of our members, they have been soul family and connected to me and the work that I've done with Spirit for years now. And this is their ripple. So Elisa, Sherry, Tanya, Lorraine, McKenna, Meta, Christina, Tara, Megan, Rita, Kristen, Lori, Kathy, Kelly, Wendy, Sandy, Patty, Meddings, and Mary Rose. This is your ripple. The monthly zodiac readings are now sponsored by Pineapple Patrons and Higher. They are made public because of those tiers. So thank you to our beautiful members and your ripple who allow these messages to reach people and help them heal. All of the weekly duality reports will remain public, and that is courtesy of our Divine Rebel Diamonds and higher tiers, like our Soul Stars, that make that healing possible for everybody else. So that is their ripple. I take I take no claim of that one. I'm a random divinely guided person, but that is truly their ripple, and their ripple deserves to be out there just as much as mine. So all of the different tiers have updated with the different sponsorships. Of course, Divine Rebels will still get their members only lives for their personal readings on the weekend, and Soul Stars will still have, you know, their members only lives with the intention candles and things like that we do on the full moon. So there still will be very, very much member only things. I've also updated Soul Stars so that you guys now get a complimentary birthday reading, like a private reading. So if you are a soul star on your birthday, you can get a free private reading with me. You can ask anything you want, anything. It doesn't matter. No bars held. You can ask me anything you want for your birthday, 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after your birthday every year. All right, that is my gift to you on your birthday. How could I not give you a present on your birthday? So if you guys want your birthday readings, you can most definitely cash in on those. All right, so thank you to all of our members. This is because of you. So with that, we are going to get into the messages, and we're going to start with Aries. We're going to go straight through Pisces. Unless y'all tell me otherwise, that's where I'm going to go. All right, so time stamps. Given I saw YouTube flutter with the timer, so there may be a 30-second gap. I'll adjust for it after. You guys just have to give me a second to update the timestamps after the live is done. We're going to use what deck, Spirit? The Mythic Tarot. All right. Yeah, I'm live. You know what, Lala? You pick the sign. Pick the first sign I'm starting with. I'll go from there. Pick the first sign. Yeah, happy Moon Day. Sag gang, you got it. All right, Saggy. The Lala has spoken. And so it is. And so it is. We are going to start with Sag. All right. Timestamps in. All right, Saggy. What is going on for you and your energy for the month of July? What is going on with Sag and Sag energy for the month of July? What do they need to know in their highest good? What do they need to know in their highest good for the month of July? All right. We have, all right, what else? Lots of Aries energy. We got Leo out here too. Lots of fire. Emperor's out here too. Major Aries. All right. Sag. The Lovers is on the bottom. And the Queen of Wands is on top. Sag. A lot of fire out here. We have the Two of Wands with the Strength card. The Ace of Wands with the Four of Cups. The Fool with the Emperor. And the Eight of Pentacles with the Chariot. I just heard the words full steam ahead. You're manifesting something. It might cause a shitstorm, because if you look, do we not know that Sag does that though? So the Lovers card in the bottom actually depicts where Aries had presented the apple, right, to what's his name, where the Trojan War started. What was his name? was it Tristan? What was his name? I don't remember his name. Anyway, he was presented the Eris by Apple and told to give it to the most beautiful goddess. And so Athena, Aphrodite, and Hera all lined up like, I'm the most beautiful goddess, right? Well, he gives it to Aphrodite and it starts a shitstorm because it brought up all the insecurities that Hera and Athena had, you know, that they weren't chosen as the most beautiful. So I feel with that being at the bottom, you have a choice to make. It might cause a shitstorm. Okay. Wheel of Fortune's under that though. And this depicts the fates. The fates. I think something is being woven. I think something's being cut. The Queen of Swords is pouring one out onto the ground. So you might be laying a connection to rest in July. And the storm definitely fucking takes off. The Nine of Wands is under that. There's definitely a storm after that. But you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands after. Someone's been barred out, and that's the truth because they chose their shadow. So, you know, people, they have free will. If they want to choose their shadow and believe that, you know, it's okay and they can get away with it and you got to tolerate it. I think that Sag is reminding people, no, no, it doesn't work like that. You have Chiron over your shoulder, right? With the Two of Wands, you can actually see him in the cave in there. That's Chiron in there. And you're moving out of that energy, right? Chiron in Aries is actually enshrined to your sign. Comes out with Leo, and Vesta's there, okay? Vesta just transited into Leo. It's going to be there all of July. I think that you're moving forward in your own strength. I think you're saying goodbye to certain martyrdom. I think you're saying goodbye to certain sacrifice, right? That you would try and teach people or help people or heal people to your own detriment. You know, the more you try and heal them, the more they end up hurting you in the long run. And I think that part of you is gone. I think that you're completely starting over new. I think that there are certain people in your outer experience who would have you doubt potentially the new path that you are heading on. But I think you fucking jump anyway. The Fool with the Emperor, that's double Aries. It's Uranus energy, Mars energy. Uranus and Mars are both in Taurus. I think you're going full throttle. And you're doing whatever it takes to move there. So, you know, the Eight of Pentacles with the Chariot, that's divine intervention and divine miracle. I think you in spirit are like putting in the effort, putting in the hours, putting in the energy. You're manifesting some awesome shit in July. Huge movement for Sag. Sag is not that wounded healer anymore. They're not sacrificing themselves. I think they, in a sense, married their own inner divinity, and that's what's manifesting in their outer experience. So, Sag, way to open up the reads. Way to open up the reads, because that's where you are at for July. I think that you are absolutely cutting out the bullshit and welcoming in the beautiful rays of fucking sunshine. Like, hello, summer. Yeah, you can't test the wings without the jump. True facts. True facts. Sag is on some Pegasus shit. Yeah, you're letting the old Sag go. You've completely evolved. That's that mutable fire there. You've got new desires, new goals, new visions, new dreams, new motivation, and anything that would stand in the way of that or stop that, including naysayers or people who don't even realize they're in shadow. Like, you're just following your own discernment and it's paying off. Yeah, here comes the sun. For real, for real. Listening to your intuition and just towering on the devil kind of thing, you know, like you're not playing any games with the shadow. Shadow's all sad and shit. Like, Sag doesn't want to play with me. That's right, bitch. No, we don't. No, we don't. For real. You guys can let me know if you want another sign next. I'm going to move to whatever next sign you guys give me, or default Capricorn. All right. Yeah, I'll let you guys pick the signs as we go, if you guys want to. I don't mind that. That's fun. Instead of y'all waiting for your sign, you can get all this shit out. All right. I'll give you all a minute because I'm shuffling the shit out of this anyway. Default. All right. Anybody else can call it. We're going to go Cap next. All right. So Capricorn. Timestamp this in. Taurus. Oh, Taurus snuck it. All right, Taurus it is. We're gonna timestamp. We're gonna timestamp. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna timestamp Taurus. All right, so Bull Gang. Let's go, Bulls. What's going on? Spirit, please. With Taurus for July. How you doing, Sorry? What is going on with our Bull Gang for July? What is going on? The Ace of Wands showed itself, stayed in for July. What is going on for the Bulls? Clarities, please. Taurus, I think you know that someone is blowing smoke up your ass. They may be trying to connect with you emotionally, and or they're just so emotionally unpredictable, or their emotions are hidden, or they're not honest. Like someone might be expressing emotions, but it's coming out really wrong. What the fuck is this? Okay. Death is on the bottom. Six of Swords is on top. I think Taurus pulls a hard left. Like if they were driving straight and someone thought they were on some straight and narrow path, I think Taurus pulls a hard left somewhere and people are like, what? Like, where are they going? I thought I had them in the bag kind of thing. I think Taurus pulls the Sovereignty card and decides to hold on to their own happiness and fulfillment and starts moving in their own direction. I think you could smell the bullshit on someone. Literally, Taurus. I think you could smell their bullshit. We got the Moon with the King of Cups reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed with the Chariot, the Two of Wands with Justice and the Three of Cups, and then the Eight of Wands with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I think there is someone at the beginning of the month who may be really fucking moody. They may be really moody. If they're taking their shit out on you, I feel like that's an internal thing that they're dealing with. It has nothing to do with you. They could project it at you, but it has nothing to actually do with you. Not if you have Taurus in the 12th house, or if you're a Taurus rising, but a lot of Taurus might be in the 12th house, especially with the Moon and the King of Cups there. Mars is moving through your 12th house if that is the case. And so, you know, you might be doing things that other people don't see. You might have a certain drive or a certain manifestation that you're going after, that you're realizing other people are not spiritually connected to the way that you are. And they could probably sense it on you, which is probably why they're moody. They're feeling the disconnect. But it has nothing to do with you. Like, that's them in their own shadows just coming to the surface. With the Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Chariot, you or someone connected to you may be taking a step back. For some of you, it's literally just kind of going in and reflecting on your own emotions so that you can move forward. For others, I think some of you have unfinished business or an unfinished connection that should have reached 10 of Cups or should have reached, you know, some kind of progress. And maybe you had to step away from it for a time because someone wasn't ready. And Spirit's actually having you go back to either close it out for good now the way it should have been, or to make the progress you should have been making, like picking up where you left off, but from a better place. Because I think if it is something in the past, like, and you had stayed then, it would have just continued to not progress. It would have continued to kind of crumble or fall apart or just be painful. So I think that you may be revisiting something where a growth edge is possible now, because you've left some kind of wounding behind you. You're not willing to sacrifice your good energy for someone else's shadows anymore. You know, you're looking at people and connection differently. You might have had a third party intervention somewhere along the lines with your dynamic with someone, and that third party came in as a teacher, as the Justice card, right, with the Three of Cups and Justice. I think that you guys, if you had a higher contract with someone, they may have needed a third party to come in and teach them a hard lesson, because your progress with them was stagnating because they refused to acknowledge it. So the third party teacher was kind of brought in for that reason. The Eight of Wands comes out with the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. And I think you're being guided to move forward. I think you're rock solid. I think you're rock solid. I think there's a potential living situation on the horizon, or a potential family situation on the horizon, or a potential career on the horizon, depending on how you want to read that 10 of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. Because that's big. That's castle energy. That is connection energy. That's harmony and major, major, major abundance. Major abundance. So no worrying about money, Taurus. No worrying about money. That is not going to be something you are concerned about as of the end of July. Spirit is moving you forward in a very fun and lucrative way. I think you're going to be enjoying whatever it ends up being. I think if you have pets, even your pets are going to be excited. So it's going to be a positive shift all around. And it's because you've changed. It's because you've changed, and or someone else has changed, or circumstance has changed. There's definitely been some growth. So good for you, Taurus. That's some great energy for July. Look forward to that, because whatever you've got going on, I think if whatever this King of King of Cups reverse at the beginning is, they don't understand your soul's love language. Like what makes your soul happy, they're not tuned in. They're not tuned in and they're not a part of it. And if they are moody or crabby or bitchy or, you know, foul in any way, you just immediately can't be bothered. You see it for the illusion that it is. And you're just like, I got better things to focus on, you know? Like if you want to be a moody little bitch, well, figure your shit out. Like Taurus can't be bothered. Taurus can't be bothered. They've got some good stuff manifesting, so whoop, whoop, full game. All right, tell me what sign's next, guys. Tell me what sign I'm doing next, or I'm going to default to Gemini. Let's see what's going on for July. Default. Yeah, Christina's a Gemini. All right, Gemini it is. Heard that. Timestamp in for gems. What is going on with Gemini spirit, please? For the month of July. What is going on? All right, Gem. King of Swords coming out first. Ooh. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Good. I'm glad that was on point. I love hearing that. All right. Okay. Listen. We've got some major Earth out here. We've got majors for Capricorn and Taurus out here twice. We've got the Empress and the Hierophant out here. So it could also be a nod to Libra. Venus in Capricorn may be specific for those who need it. Page of Pentacles is on top. Three of Swords is on bottom with the Emperor under that. And your card. Okay. Gemini. Gem, this is going to hit in two ways because it's either going to be for you and about you, or it is going to be about someone that you know and you need to know. Okay? The duality of your sign. There's a masculine, more likely an actual man, because I've got kings out here. I've got the Emperor underneath here. And I did a reading for y'all. I believe it was in June. If not June, then it was the end of May. It was one of those astro dice readings where Gemini's dice came out. And I asked you guys, what the fuck were y'all doing? Because there was, it might have even been June's monthly reading. I have to go back and listen now. Because there was something about someone getting knocked up. The devil came out with the fucking Empress again. Because if you guys remember, the tower hit and I was like, surprise, like someone might be pregnant. So, listen. Someone at some point seized an opportunity. They may also have strong or significant air in their chart. Another Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They could also have strong Taurus, Capricorn, or Libra. There's something going on with the sacral chakra. If it's not outright pregnancy, it could be something else that is sexually transmitted. But someone's dealing with a lot of pain around it, specifically the masculine. Specifically the masculine. I feel like the divine. We just had a message similar to this pop up yesterday or the day before when we were doing this. Someone wants to unburn the bridge, but someone was being replaced. Like the uprising was on the bottom of the deck and the crown was on the pitchfork. Like someone was overthrown as a masculine. So if you have or had someone in your life who was still potentially on the healing road, like spirit was still giving them opportunities to heal, even if y'all had separated or even if there were issues, like someone was, the divine was still giving someone the opportunity to flip the switch and change and go back on course, high course. I think they flunked out. I think they flunked out. Like you moved on to the next grade and I think they failed summer school kind of thing. You know, like you already passed on schedule and someone else had to go to summer school kind of thing. You know, like they had to go to summer school in order to make up the missed work, make their grade up, you know, pull it up so that they can continue in the fall. Someone failed out of summer school. Now they got to go repeat. You know what I mean? They got to go repeat. Which means you've got a whole new soulmate coming in, right? Literally the death card with the 6 of Cups. I think that you have someone else coming in. And someone else is going to be burning, crash and burn. They're going to crash and burn. Oh, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Like, look at that 10 of Wands. They're fucking burning. They're burning. The divine is looking at them like, what did you do? What did you do? Oh my God. You are way moved on. You are way moved on. Wow. Yeah, that's over. That contract's done. Three of Pentacles with the World card. That's done. Well. All right. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Dun, dun, dun. That's what happens. That's what happens. Okay. So King of Swords and 4 of Wands. That is the scales with a high soul contract. They're being judged by the cosmos. We have all the fire signs present there, including Gemini. The fire signs and Gemini. That's the twins right there. Those twins are present on all the Gemini cards in this deck. So we literally have all the fire signs and Gemini as the 4 of Wands, like the mirror, the duality. That's what's being weighed with the King of Swords. He's holding the scales of justice and the sword of truth. I think you got beyond the mountains. I don't think somebody else did. The Devil with the Empress. Someone is chained to a shadow lesson. Like they literally have to repeat the cycle in some which way, shape, or form. They're going to be tethered to their demons for a while. And if you think about the devil, it's Capricorn's energy, but it's Saturnian. And Saturn runs in 28 to 30 year cycles. So whatever they got themselves into, they will probably be spending this entire Saturn cycle from where it is to when it returns there, dealing with this lesson. in order to spiritually resolve what they did. Saturn is brutal. It makes sure you never fuck up like that again. Oh, someone played with Saturn. The Wheel of Fortune with the 8 of Pentacles. You, on the other hand, are very much so focusing on your abundance. You're doing your own spiritual work. You're doing your own, I'm hearing like that spiritual school of wisdom. The Wheel of Fortune, it's Jupiter, and it rules both the 9th house and the 12th house, because Jupiter was originally Pisces before Neptune. So there's definitely a very thick undertone of spiritual advancement and the work that you are and have put in. I think that you're going to be hearing a lot of rumors. This 4 of Cups, I think you're going to be hearing a lot of rumors, and it's because someone sacrificed themselves. That's Chiron. So whatever's going on, I think you're going to be hella privy to it, because it's going to solidify for you that you're moving forward without whoever it was. I think it's going to become common knowledge, at least for you. Someone stayed in their dark cave. They martyred their good energy for somebody who was darker than them. And when you play with shadows, they start to play tricks on you. The shadows start to play tricks on you. That's what happens when you have a high vibrational partner in front of you and can't handle it. And so you choose to be the quote unquote high vibrational partner for someone who is lower than you. The problem is when you downgrade to a lower energy to be better than them, they typically drag you down. I think that someone had an opportunity to grow and move forward and make progress with a truly high vibrational partner, and they weren't ready. They weren't ready. They weren't willing to accept the growth. They weren't willing to accept the evolution. They wanted to continue in what they know, and that's fine. It's just a hard lesson, a very hard one. So they will learn. Saturn will teach them. Saturn will teach them. For you, in the meantime, Gemini, I think that you are definitely moving forward on your spiritual path. I think you and Spirit are going to be putting in a lot of spiritual education time. I think that you seeing how that mirror works and how karma plays out and how Saturn functions and why people receive what they receive, right? The Empress on the Devil. Why people receive what they receive. The universe is just. The divine is just. Saturn is just. No one gets karma that they didn't have coming to them. And if you choose to learn from things and grow from things, Saturn will bless you. Saturn is not all bad. It's just karma. There's good and there's bad. If people opt for their bad karma and they reject good karma, well, the fuck? It's no one's fault but theirs. And I think that it might be disheartening for you to hear it, but at the same time, I don't think that you're affected by this person's karma. I think you're like, well, makes sense. It makes sense. They're up Schitt's Creek. Well, that makes sense. I think you're going to be fine. I think you are going to be fine. This might be particularly important too for people who have Saturn in Taurus or Saturn in Libra or even Saturn in Gemini. If you're not like a natal Gemini, but you have like Saturn in any of those placements, or they do, like, All right, what sign's next? What sign's next? We're going to default to Cancer. Really? That's cool, though, because that means it's freeing you up to welcome in new things, and Spirit's not wasting any more time hanging around with this person in summer school. You know, summer only lasts so long. You know, it's not like a full school year. It's just a couple weeks in the summer. You know, so if they botch it, and Spirit moves on and you move on, and that's it. You know, they got to repeat. They're spiritually ignorant and choose to stay spiritually ignorant. Well, the divine ain't giving up on them. It's not like you could drop out at a certain age. Spirit doesn't work like that. We reincarnate. Spirit knows no bounds with age, so they'll just stay there. They'll just stay there until they fucking learn it. For real. For real, for real. All right. Cancer. Call in the default. Let's see. Cancer, Cancerian energy for July. Happy birthday, Cancer. Happy birthday to you. What is going on, Spirit, with Cancer? Cancerian energy for July. All right. What is going on? Temperance, Sag energy. What else? I need 3 more clarifiers, please. Who is begging you? The Tower. The Devil's on the bottom. The King of Swords is on top. All right. All right, Cancer. Someone's in their head and they're trying to keep a secret from you. The Devil is the 8 of Swords with the Chariot and the Strength card under that. And that is the immediate, that's the immediate feeling I got. Someone is trying to keep a secret. Oh, they can't get away with it, though. They can't get away with it, though. It might take a little time to come in, but I think someone is going to give you not just a communication, but they're going to bring some kind of hard evidence or proof or physical something with it. With the Knight of Pentacles. Like if someone is keeping a secret and they're trying to hide it, I think there's another energy that is actually going to reveal the secret and give you proof of what they're saying. Like they're going to come with receipts. You know what I mean? Like they're going to come with receipts. And you are going to be shining in your sovereignty. 9 of Pentacles, the Sun, 10 of Cups. Let freedom ring. Happy birthday to the United States, by the way. That is a let freedom ring. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Yeah, King of Swords. I feel like the divine, you're seeing how the divine works. There's something about the perspective. Seeing things from the divine's eyes, Cancer. That you're becoming really crystal clear on. Temperance with the 8 of Wands. Your own inner alchemy, right? It's like Cancer's being their own guardian angel. right? Cancer's being their own guardian angel, and you might want to watch Sag's reading because this was your first card out. If you got strong Sag in your chart, you should watch Sag's reading. It comes out with the 8 of Wands. So Spirit is talking to you. Spirit is nudging you and pinging you and inspiring you and giving you synchronicities to remind you that joy is on the horizon. Connection is on the horizon. All of these different things that you're moving towards. Fun. I think you're about to have fun, Cancer. The 8 of Wands with the dolphins on the card. I think you're about to have fun. Like life is about to become really enjoyable. If you've been dealing with like heavy energy for a while, I think if that communication comes in and they come with receipts, I think it's like let freedom ring and you are just off. I think you're getting downloads after downloads after downloads, Cancer. The Knight of Wands with the 6 of Pentacles. Someone really is begging, like they are on their knees because you hold all the power right now. You hold all the power. Like they want what you've got. They want what you've got. Your energy, your connection, whatever it is that you're holding, you've got all the chips. You've got all the chips. I think whatever this wounded energy is down here, so you could say it's like part goat, part lion. It's got 2 heads and it's got the arrow through it. I think you're literally just jumping over it. Like you're not even stopping. You're not even stopping. It's not worth it to stop. You might get that kind of communication towards the end of the month, like 3rd to 4th week of July, because the 4 of Cups is here. And this just, it screams rumors to me. This specific deck, it screams rumors. It's clarified by the Hierophant. It's Chiron. I feel like someone may have, I'm hearing fatally wounded. Fatally wounded. Even Chiron, right? He was immortal and suffered a fatal wound that he couldn't die from. So it was just incredibly painful. And so Zeus, as a mercy, took his immortality so that he could be at peace and actually pass away because the wound was so bad, right? When he was shot by Hercules. I think someone is fatally wounded. It cost them. I think you start to get a whiff of it around the 3rd week. I think it's confirmed for you towards the end of the month. And the contract is over. The contract is over. They're being removed. The Queen of Cups with the Tower. Honest to God, Cancer. I think you're bringing the Tower. I don't think the Tower's falling on you. I think you're bringing it. I think you're bringing it. Because this is you. And you are at peace. This is the Tower. It's clarifying your energy. I think you're bringing the whole motherfucking house down. Whatever it is, whatever you learn, and the fact that you've got proof, some kind of proof, you're sitting pretty on your throne. You're sitting pretty on your throne, and you're letting that tower fall down because you didn't ask for it to fall. Someone created it. And so you are simply the divine's vehicle, right? Like the chariot, you are the divine's vehicle to bring in what is essentially the ramifications of whatever transpired. You're not suffering the tower, you're dealing it. You're dealing it. Well, well, well. It sucks to be whoever they are. It sucks to be whoever they are. Cancer's sitting pretty. You got Venus in your sign this month with the sun. Mercury is transiting through. Yeah. Whatever's going on. That devil with the 8 of Swords and the Strength card, right? Whoever was keeping the secret. The divine is doing some shit because they are not allowed to keep it a secret. They are not allowed to keep it a secret. And I think you could roar. I think you could go crazy. I don't think you are, though. I think it's that really scary version of Cancer where they're calm, cool, and collected because they give no fucks anymore. You see, a Cancer is emotional, or a Cancer gets upset because they care. But when Cancer is cool as a cucumber and just watching other people's shit fall apart, that's the scariest version of Cancer there is, because they don't give a fuck anymore. And you are up shit's creek without a paddle, and it's not their fucking problem. It is not their fucking problem. Yeah, I feel like Cancer's watching it happen. Cancer's watching it happen. And you know what? Cancer's mindset serves them right. Serves them right. Serves them right. Everybody makes their choices. Everybody makes their choices. Cancer is a tower dealer in July. Cancer's a tower dealer. I hope you didn't piss off Cancer. I hope you didn't betray a Cancer. I hope you did not betray Cancer. For real, for real. Let me know what sign you guys want me to do next. We're going to default to Leo. For real, though. Cancer's fucking scary when they're not upset. Yeah, and they could be fucking terrifying when they are. But when they're not, there's no redemption. There's no coming back from that. God knows, if Cancer did fucking unleash their claws on you, they decided to burn that bridge. But I feel like Cancer is just learning things and letting people destroy themselves. Like, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Cancer don't care. Cancer does not care. Not anymore. All right. We're going to move on to Leo. Leo and Leo energy. Spirit, what is going on with Leo for the month of July? What is going on with Leo for the month of July? What does their energy look like? For the Lions. The Magician's out first. Could have strong Gemini or Virgo in your chart, or be dealing with someone who does. Clarities, please. Okay. Give me 2 more clarifiers. Leo. We've got a lot of air out here. 10 of Cups is on the bottom. 4 of Pentacles is on top. I think you're at a major crossroads. I think you're at a major crossroads. Because I'm being nosy as hell on the bottom of your deck. I think your mind and your desire are arguing. Because there's something that you want, that you still want, but your mind disagrees and is telling you you shouldn't want what you want. Your mind is trying to talk some sense to you. Because lo and behold, you are doing some shadow work. You are doing some shadow work. The Magician came out with the Lovers in reverse. The Page of Cups came out with the Ace of Wands, the Emperor with the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. You might be dealing with someone which at one point might have been a 10 of Cups. It might have been a fulfillment, right? It could be a romantic fulfillment, but it could be job fulfillment. It could be a situation, right, that was just really fulfilling, like everything you ever wanted, right? The dream. The 10 of Cups is like the dream. At some point, I think you achieved the dream. But something's going on in July, especially if you're dealing, like I said, with either a Gemini, a Virgo, Aries, someone with strong elements of those signs in their chart. They could have different placements there. So if you don't know their chart, like, don't get super hung up on it. But someone chose something or someone else. I think you had a certain manifestation that you grounded in, and it involved other people. And someone went off script. Like if the dream and the happily ever after was supposed to play out in a certain way, someone went off script. And originally, I think they may come forward trying to like have like makeup sex or something. Like they're trying to initiate some kind of let me make it up to you. The Page of Cups with the Ace of Wands. They're trying to show you that they're sorry with their actions, but they might not be telling you what they're sorry for. But the Emperor with the hawk on his shoulder. That could be a golden eagle too. That might not be a hawk. That could be a golden eagle. Okay. The Emperor is clarified by the Queen of Swords. Which tells me that the Emperor is making informed decisions. You're making highly aligned, informed decisions. And if someone can't make it up to you in a certain way, if you're not accepting their apology when they try and do whatever they do, they might try throwing money at it or have money excuses, reasons why that you should take what they're offering, but it's not enough. The Seven of Pentacles, that is not enough. And the Divine is giving you swords and telling you cut it off, and there's 5 swords. You may legit, Leo, have a whole group of people that you need to disconnect from. A whole group of them. Literally at 5 people, like you could have up to 5 people that the Divine is saying you need to cut this person off, and you need to cut that person off, and you need to cut this person off. You got to cut them all off. It's all bullshit. It's all toxic. Like, cut it all off. Cut it all off. Like, you got one shot at this, right? The 5 of Swords. If you've got people playing games with you, thinking they can go off script, especially if it is more than one person, Spirit's giving you one shot. You need to cut this shit off. Like, because I feel if you don't cut it off, Spirit is showing me like those whirlpools in the ocean where it sucks you down, right? If you don't get out now while you're still on the outskirts, while you still can actually get out of the current, out of the pull, if you don't get out now, it's going to start circling around you and getting you so deeply woven into the shit, you're going to sink. You're going to sink. Make informed decisions. Use logic and reason. Do not let your heart drive your decisions in July. Don't get hung up on some dream, some story that you were telling yourself thinking you can get it back on track. Keep your emotions out of it, Leo. Keep your emotions out of it in July. Do not forget I said that. Keep your emotions out of it. Make informed, logical decisions. And if you need to cut off multiple people, then you need to cut off multiple people. No. Happy birthday to all our July Leos, by the way. All right, y'all can tell me what sign you want me to do next. I could do Aries, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Pisces. You guys can let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I am going to default to Virgo. Scorpio. Done deal. All right, Scorpio. What is going on with the Scorpion gang? My deeply beloved and mysterious Scorpios. What is going on, Spirit, with Scorpio in the month of July? What is going on? Okay, could be definitely feeling the Piscean energy this month. Hanged Man's out first. Okay. Give me 2 more. I'll take 3 more, that's fine. Give me 1 more clarifier on that. I want another one. Bottom of the deck is your card. Top of the deck is your polarity. Scorpio and Taurus. All right. Scorpio on the bottom with the death card. Hierophant on top. For July. Scorpio. I think that you are coming out of a painful era. I think that you are laying a version of you to rest. And you're in that phoenix rising kind of element of your sign. You're in some kind of ignition, some spiritual spark phase where you're relighting from your ashes kind of shit. Which is causing hella anxiety for certain soul contracts. And they're like, I don't know what to do. Scorpio is evolving. Like, what are we going to do? What are we supposed to do about this? How are we supposed to handle this? Because you're unpredictable now. You're going through a rebirth, and it's causing a lot of people anxiety because it's like they can't control you. And they're talking amongst themselves. How do we get Scorpio back into their ashes phase? How do we get Scorpio back into their diminished power? Oh, they can't though. Oh, no, they can't though. Blazing fire. Blazing fire. You are shooting people into their hermit mode. Woo. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Good for him. Yeah, you're seeing things differently. You're seeing things differently, Scorp. That hanged man with the 5 of Cups, that's you with your fucking Phoenix energy, walking away from someone who is in some kind of emotionally lost or depleted state. They thought that you would sit there on that rock and just let them peck your liver out, and you're just like, no. Matter of fact, you're going to take my place on the rock. I'm going to fly away. My energy, my decisions are going to eat at you for fucking eons. How about that? How about that? King of Cups with the King of Swords. That is a hardcore judgment. That is a hardcore, high spiritual judgment. Someone is following their feelings and listening to their head and making solid decisions. Solid. Scorpio is not fucking foolish. Scorpio is not foolish. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here with the 8 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. Scorpio, I think you have someone in your reality, a very beautiful feminine energy who is very supportive. I think they are listening to their own inner guidance. I think they're helping guide you in a certain way, and it's helping you keep your power. It's helping you hold on to your power because you've got beggars. You've got beggars. And you've got someone who is very much in alignment with your abundance, who is solid and stable for you. And they're listening to their own downloads. I think that you have a very, very comforting energy around you, a very comforting feminine energy. And they're guiding you in your highest good. And you end up 9 of Cups. I think whoever your person is, it's like you and them, right? You're over here racing away from somebody, right? You're tired of their emotional neediness, right? It's like this neediness. They want Scorpio's energy. They want your time. They want your attention. They just want it. Even if it's negative, they don't care. They just want it, right? They just want your energy. They want your peace. And you're just choosing something else entirely. It's not them. It's not them. I feel like you have someone who understands you and sees you in ways that you may have been previously afraid to have been seen. Like if you were scared of being vulnerable or scared of someone seeing what you considered to be weaknesses. I think whoever it is that you are partnered up with, whether it's a soulmate, like a romantic soulmate, or a very close friend, or even someone at work who is just like sacred soul contract, like whoever it is, you've got someone in your life who literally connects with you in your highest good because they see the things that you try and hide and bring stability there. right? Hi, May. Nice to meet you. I think they bring stability there. Like where you previously had cracks and risk, you know, were at risk of breaking apart, you know, where the crack is inherently the weakest part of your structure. I think you have someone filling in. I think you have someone filling in the cracks and keeping you strong, you know? Yeah, and I think you're cutting people off. I think you got no problem about it. With the Page of Wands and the Five of Swords. You're like, I'll be right. I'll be right. That's cool. I'll be right. You're not going to give someone the opportunity to prove you wrong. Like you already know you're right. And you're being supported in that. You're being held structurally, spiritually with allies in soul. So whoever is asking you to give them a chance to prove that they are right, you're like, nah, it's cool. I'll be right. I'll be right now. I don't have to wait until you prove me wrong. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just going to be right now. And that's some fucking power, Scorp, because they really did want you in your ashes phase. They really did want you to feel powerless. They really did want you to feel like stuff was beyond your control. And you just got to spark up your ass that was like, no, I think you forgot who I am. I think you forgot who I am. Because when I light up and I'm ablaze, you don't want to be in my path if you're not by my side. You know? I think Scorpio decided in advance they're just going to accept that they are right. Period. Scorpios in their power in July. And they definitely have some really awesome support. So good for you, Scorp. Because I think at some point you might have gone above and beyond for somebody. You might have gone out of your way to help them. And they're coming back looking for that help. You know what I mean? Like they're coming back looking for that same energy, looking for that same feed. And you're just like, if you squandered the energy that I gave you, if you squandered the help that I gave you already, why would I double down or triple down? Why would I do that? You already squandered it. Sounds like a you problem. Sounds like a you problem. So, for real. That was Scorpio. All right, you guys. I could do Aries, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, or Pisces. Moon Libra. Let's do it. Sag got read first. Timestamps will be in the description in the comments once I'm done the live. We'll do Libra next. I like that. Timestamp for Libra. Really, I got 3 different readings. Now, given the timestamps will change because I know YouTube screwed it up with the clock at the very beginning, but I've got like quadruple 44s right now on the second timers, which is so crazy. 44s all day. All right, Libra. What's going on? Spirit keys with Libran energy for July. What is going on with Libra for the month of July? Not gonna lie, Libra might be feeling it this month only because they're taking cardinal squares from Cancer. We've got Pluto retrograding back towards Capricorn. That's going to cardinal square onto their sign at the last degree. And then they're taking that opposition from Chiron and North Node in Aries. So Libra, just a heads up, if you feel like things are spiraling out of your control, Go with the flow. Go with the flow. All right. Trust that everything is happening for your highest good, whether you realize it or not. You're learning something. Always lessons to be learned. Clarities, please. Need 2 more. Okay. Jupiter and Gemini may be helping you out. Three of Pentacles is on the bottom. 6 of Pentacles is on top. All right. Libra. There might be strong Piscean energy at play too. If it's not in your own chart, like if you don't have a strong Pisces placement, then Saturn and Neptune and what they've got going on in Pisces may be doing some things. They may be doing some things. They might be taking you... They might be taking you on a trip into your dark places. Because you have some kind of contract between you and the divine. Given the divine may also be a certain manifestation in the reality of your world, including your psychological world or your spiritual world. Someone who is intuitively connected to you, because I've got Temperance with the High Priestess under that 3 of Pentacles. You might have a soul contract with someone who is fire, water dominant, or there's something healing in your own fire and water placements. You might have to make a heart over head decision when it comes to 2 different people. The Hanged Man's followed by the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. You might have to make a heart over head decision and move forward. And someone might say, well, what about all of this logic, right? What about all of this reason? We can't just not do this, or we can't just not have that. It might even be in your own mind. But your high masculine energy is asking you to come into balance and redefine yourself. You may have been hemming and hawing about this for a while. And even sacrificed your own crown to move forward with the devil. Especially if you were more focused on money or material reasons at the time. But now you're confused because you actually want to defend a different manifestation. But you know that the healing requires towers. You know that the healing requires cutting off multiple people. You know that the healing requires you listening to your intuition, and it's causing you a lot of anxiety. It's causing you a lot of anxiety. The King of Cups in the reverse with the Hierophant. you might be, especially at the beginning of July, you might be pouring out emotionally. Interesting, Kristen, because that's exactly what this feels like. Now, I'm not familiar with that song, but World in My Eyes, it's almost as if Libra was looking at someone like they were the whole world in their eyes. And they may have poured, and I mean poured out emotionally, the best love they could possibly have had. They poured it out and martyred it, right? King of Cups reversed with the Hierophant. They had this belief that they could change fate if they just profusely drained themselves. The wheel of fortune is turning. Something's going on around the second week of July, probably near or shortly after the new moon. When the full moon hits at the end of the month, it's fucking go time. It's fucking go time. Goddess 𝐤𝐞𝐫𝐞 is here on this card. I feel, Libra, that you may be tempted, if not outright, to martyr yourself into oblivion. To martyr yourself into oblivion, whether it's for family or work. I think you're doubling down and tripling down and quadrupling down, pouring everything you've got into a path or person or situation. You might be really trying to, it's almost like a beg Peter to pay Paul type thing. Like you could be trying to get a raise from your job. You're trying to get a raise from whatever because you have a certain lifestyle that you want to give to others. And it's almost like you're on your knees begging the divine, please, please give me what I need because I'm sacrificing it to other people. It's not about me. It's like Libra's having this conversation with the divine, begging the divine, please give me what I'm asking. Please. I'm not asking it for me. I'm asking it for them. Give it to me so that I can give it to them. But you're doing shadow work. The Eight of Pentacles with the moon. And yet you might feel like you're doing divine work. Like you might think you're doing light work. You're doing the good deeds. You're being the angel for someone else. You're doing shadow work. Careful, Libra. Careful, Libra. You don't have your emotions under control. Libra, you do not have your emotions under control. And you're praying for other people to help you, praying for the divine to help you. Because it's not about you, it's about them. It's about them. You're praying for their healing. You're praying for their abundance. You're praying to be the answer, right? The angel in their life. You are martyring yourself into oblivion. Oblivion. You have made something or someone else your entire fucking purpose. It's not about you, it's about them. You're doing shadow work. It's not divine work. It's not highlight work. You're doing shadow work, Libra. If that's the mentality you're in, I promise you, you're doing shadow work. It's not the light work you think it is. Martyring yourself into oblivion is not actually the path, the high path. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. I cut the deck as the Nine of Swords like it's a fucking nightmare. The amount of stress you are putting yourself under to martyr yourself for something outside of you because you want to be some angel and have some kind of purpose, because you refuse to do your own light work, because you refuse to self-discover or pull back the layers, right? You don't want to go deep. You just want to be the savior in someone else's reality. You are balls deep in your shadows. Balls deep in your shadows. All right. I can do Aries, Virgo, Aqua, or Pisces next. You guys let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to default to Aqua. Aqua it is. Spirit, please. Virgo? Done. Caught it. Aqua's going to have to wait. Virgo took it. All right. What is going on for Virgo? What is going on for Virgo? Wow. 4 major arcana. Bang. Major arcana. Clarities, please. All right. What else? Give me uno más. Six out of 8 major arcana. Virgo. 8 of Pentacles is on the bottom. Queen of Wands is on top. That's your energy right here. What are you working on, Virgo? Interesting. The divine's watching you, Virgo. The divine is watching the choices you're making. Because spiritually, you may feel like a shipwreck that is also on fire. Okay? Spiritually speaking. Your soul may be like, not sure how much more it can actually handle. I think the divine is freeing you up. I think the divine is going to be taking care of some things for you so that you don't have to worry about it, including people. I think you've got some angels working some magic, as above and or so below. As in heaven, here on earth. Like, I think Spirit is delegating some things out. So that you don't have to focus on so many things. I think that there may be one thing that needs your attention, and that is where your energy is going to have to go. And so in the meantime, while something is demanding all of your energy and focus, the universe is working on the rest for you. There are other players in the grander scheme of things that are assisting where you might not have the time or energy to be present. I think you would be spread too thin, and you really need to focus on one thing. We have the Strength with the Magician, the World with the Three of Wands, the Chariot with the Death card, and the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Cups. Someone's tuning in. Someone's tuning into their divinity, their connection to divinity. They're tuning into the free will choice to align themselves with divine will. Okay? Someone is choosing of their own free will to align their will with divine will. They are surrendering the quote unquote ego's journey, the personal driven, like self-driven journey. They're surrendering. They're in complete surrender. They're passing it off to whoever else wants it. Like, if you want your will to drive, like, by all means, go for it. The traffic's crazy. If you want to drive, be my fucking guest. You know, Virgo is handing control over to Spirit. Let thy will be done. And the divine takes the wheel and starts to transform things immediately. And in big ways. Big ways. Fortunate ways. Like Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Cup ways. Like, the divine has probably been asking you to switch off for a hot minute. You know, it reminds me of like when you go on long road trips, right? Sometimes you have that person who refuses to get out the driver's seat and they will drive for 8, 10, 12 hours. And it's like, they're nodding off. They're like, no, I got it. I got it. And you're like, are you sure? Like, we could pull over, switch off for a while, you know, get some rest. And they're just like refusing, like, no, I can do it. I just need to keep doing it. Like, just let me drive. We'll get there. And at some point, Virgo has admitted they're fucking tired and has chosen to rest and close their eyes and just let the divine drive. And they're going to wake up and be there. You know, it's like one of those things. They're going to wake up from a dream and be where they are meant to be, instead of pushing through it and making it difficult and trying to do whatever and trying to navigate through the traffic, trying, right? All that bullshit trying word. They just took their hands off and was like, fine. I'll get out the driver's seat. Go ahead. And they crash out. They just crash out and go to sleep and wake up and they're there. Literally, it feels like that because the divine drove hella fast. The divine has been chilling, rested, ate their food. Like, whoever took control of the wheel, they're ready. They've been ready. The divine has been ready because Virgo done pushed it like 8 hours beyond what they probably should have, could have, would have, right? Refusing to let go of control. So the person in the passenger seat, right? The divine sitting over there was just like, I'm ready, whatever you are. And now the divine drove hella fast. The divine drove hella fast because they're awake and aware and they're in and out of the fast lane. They're getting through this shit, no problem. And Virgo's going to wake up and it's just, they're going to be where they're meant to be. So Virgo, take your hands off the wheel in July. Surrender. Let the divine drive, because you're going to feel really good waking up rested and being where you were meant to be with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. It's like a sigh of relief and a hallelujah all at the same time. You know, like, there is no more, are we there yet? There is no more countdown. There is no more, you know, looking at the miles. How far am I from it? How much longer do we have to go? You know, how many more pit stops do we have to make? It's just Virgo decided to hand it off and they're just going to wake up where they're meant to be. Rested. So, Virgo, release control. Release control. You will be really glad that you did. Let the divine take the wheel. Let them steer. You align your free will with divine will. Just let what will be kind of thing. And you trust somebody else to drive. Trust somebody else to call the shots for a while. Trust somebody else to navigate through life. Trust them so that you can take a much needed break. A much needed break. And before you know it, the dream will have manifested right in front of you. You know, the final destination of where you were always meant to end up will be there right in front of you. Hey, Pam Bear, how you doing? So glad you did too. I love it when y'all catch me live and you're all up in my chats. I love that shit. I love that shit. So Virgo, I have faith that you caught that message. It'll help. All right. Aries, Capricorn, Aqua, or Pisces? Who's next? Who's next? Y'all tell me, or I'm going to default to Capricorn. Got Aries, Cap, Aqua, or Pisces. Aries? Deal. All right, timestamp for Aries. Here we go. Spirit, please. What's going on with Aries, Arian energy for the month of July? Got a lot of pentacles down here. What else? Is someone learning their worth? Give me one more clarifier on that card right there, Spirit. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Top of the deck is the Four of Wands. This is the meeting that all the fire signs had with Gemini. Okay? Aries, Sag, and Leo all showed up to consult with each other and brought in Gemini. Because Gemini knows things. Oh, I just heard record keeper. Okay, listen. Aries. I think you may have made a choice in the past that looked really good. Whether it looked really good financially or it looked really good naked, you made a choice that looked really good. The problem with the choice was, I think that a part of your truth was sacrificed for it. That you had to deny a truth. And pretend that truth wasn't there. But you moved forward with the manifestation. And maybe feel more alone now than times when you actually were alone, if that makes sense. Because sometimes we could be in a room filled with people and feel so ungodly alone. It's the worst kind of alone there is, right? I think you feel more alone now. I think that whatever truth that you denied, truth you tried to bury and pretend wasn't there. Well, you can move forward in this direction, right? No problem. And that truth will just have to exist. The Ten of Cups comes out with the Tower and the Page of Cups. I feel like there's a certain manifestation that you need to make amends with. Whether it's you and another person, or you and a personal passion, you and a dream, you and a goal, you and a job, you and whatever. There's something that you are highly connected to in alignment with whatever the truth is. The truth you thought that you could sacrifice, that you obviously can't. There's something between you and that truth that needs to mend. It also means whatever path you chose needs to start the dissolving process. Because obviously, if you could have stayed in alignment with your truth on the path you chose, you would have. The path you chose kept you from being in alignment with the truth. So in order to be in alignment with the truth, you really do have to dissolve what it was that you chose. But I think it's because you know your worth now. Like the King of Pentacles with the Empress. If you're a high masculine energy, you may be manifesting the Empress. You may be manifesting a high aligned receptivity, high aligned person, high aligned counterpart, high receiving. And that's because you know your worth. If you are the feminine energy, I think you're clicking into high gear with your thought processes and realizing that the only way to manifest what you deserve to manifest is by acknowledging your truth. That you can't actually manifest your high receiving, your highest blessings, right, in this life if you deny your truth. So you're starting to value your truth. Where you devalued it before and dismissed it for a different path that you thought was good, it looked good. You're realizing that you can actually have what you really genuinely want if your truth is not intact. If your truth is not available to be expressed, you have to manifest from that truth, and that's your high receiving. The Two of Pentacles with the Strength card, I think the first step in the dissolving of the old path is to recognize that the reality is not ideal. That's the first step, to recognize that the reality is not ideally what it is you want, and you're going to have to quiet your ego to do it. And you're going to have to do that on your own. There's no one that's going to help you do that. There's no assistance. So you're going to have to take your pride by the throat and just shut it up. Like you can't. Because I think that there's a certain part of you that is proud of the manifestation. Like it's not a bad one. Like it looked good. The problem is it's just not in alignment. You know what I mean? Like it's not in alignment though. It's not like it's bad. It's not bad. And a part of you is proud of it, you know, like you might have accomplished a lot. You might have achieved a lot on this path. You might have invested a lot. But damn if you don't want that Ace of Pentacles with the Six of Wands. You want that fucking victory, man. You want that victory. Like Aries has a competitive edge and they want to be the best. Like Aries wants to be the best. And when it comes to their life, Aries wants the best. Aries wants the best. And I think they're realizing they settled for second best. They might have thought it was first best for a time. They might have thought it was the best at one time. That it was the 10 of Cups. It was great. It looked great. That's the best. And now after having it, they're realizing they picked second best. And Aries can't handle it. They want the best. So Aries, I think for each of you out there, what you ultimately end up doing with this energy it's up to you. But I think you're realizing that whatever you chose, no matter how wonderful it is, there's one notch better. There's one better. And I think you're aware of that now. And I think you know that you deserve to have the best. You deserve to have the best. You didn't realize it before. That's why you sacrificed the truth. That's why you sacrificed that. And you're realizing there is no better than living in your truth, having that truth intact, and manifesting the best possible result. So Aries is really looking at taking the lead of their life. And I think that that does mean a dissolving of something else. All right. That was Aries. We could do Capricorn, Aqua, or Pisces next. You guys let me know, or we're going to default to Capricorn. Really, I hope you pick your best, Aries. I do. I hope you pick your best. That feeling of like going through life and wondering what if. Oh. Feeling alone when you're surrounded by people. Oof. Like. All right. We're going to do Capricorn then. Capricorn. Spirit, please. What is going on for Capricorn and Capricorn's energy in the month of July? What is going on for our divine goats? What is going on? Clarities, please. Double 10s and double 8s out here. 7 of Pentacles is on the bottom with the Page of Cups on top. Capricorn. Oh, the train is coming. All right. Pay attention, Cap. I think you have a victory coming. A major victory. One that's going to bring you a lot of joy. One that I feel like you're going to be recognized for. Even if it's divinely recognized, if not outright, like public recognition or community recognition, right? Social circle, whatever. there's some kind of recognition or acclaim attached to the victory that you're getting. There's a lot of joy around it. And people are seeing you be chosen. You're being chosen. But only after you dismiss certain contracts that are not of your caliber. They're not of your caliber. I think that Capricorn is consulting within themselves with their spirit guides or their ascended masters, their guardians, their angels, whoever it is, when they talk to like their hires. They're consulting with above because they want a certain divine energy connected to them in their outer experience, whether it's a high partnership or a high manifestation. Like, they want divine connection. They want 10 of Cups. They want the dream made manifest, right? Cap wants the end-all be-all of manifestations. And so their angels, their guides and guardians, are assisting them because the prayers are being heard. Like, if Capricorn is praying or having just inner conversations in their own mind, like, their angels are listening. And it's like, of all the different choices Cap can make, the angels inside your thoughts that are guiding you are literally saying, that one. That one. Right there. That's the choice right there. If you make that choice, the victory, the joy, the celebrating, the dream made manifest, that's it. Hey, Lorraine, how are you? Hey, hey, hey. However, I don't know if Cap actually chooses what their angels are pointing at. Because the Temperance Angel is mixing things and pointing in the direction, right? This cup, this one right there, right? But then the Eight of Cups comes in with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. And it's like Cap goes back into an energy or back to something, goes back into their dark places and isn't listening to their divinity. They're not listening to their synchronicities, right? The Eight of Wands is synchronistic. It's divine communication. It's swift movement that points in the right direction. And Cap doesn't listen. Maybe it's because Pluto is revisiting your sign. And the balance ensues, right? The King of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. The balance ensues. Whatever choice Cap makes, It's not the one they prayed for. Like they're praying and they're getting the answer, but they're not listening. And they start moving backwards towards something or someone. And the King of Swords, that's the divine's perspective, right? That's seeing things from a higher perspective. There's something that wasn't learned, obviously, that they're going backwards. Something that was already unfulfilling. Already. It was not a fuck yeah. Cat. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. If it is not a fuck yeah, easy, no-brainer decision, fuck yeah, let's go, let's do it, all in, 100%, easy choice, fuck yeah decision. If it is not a fuck yeah, it's a no. Fuck no. Cat. No. Do not guess. Well, maybe. The divine guides you and answers you with fuck yeah choices. And if you are impatient with the fuck yeah choice coming in, because you're too busy praying and you're not paying attention, because you're in worry mode or fear mode or anxiety mode or insecurity mode or self-doubt mode or whatever the fuck, and you miss the fuck yeah and you just swing at it and take a guess, have fun. Have fun with Pluto popping back into your sign to say, hey, you remember me? I feel like death. Pluto's just going to pop its head in the door and say, hey, remember me? Yeah, that scary motherfucker. How you doing? If you don't wake up and be like, yeah, no, boom, slam that fucking door. Cat. First off, do not reopen the past. The door fucking shut for a reason. The door's shut for a reason. If a door shut, it's shut for a reason. If it has shut multiple times and you have reopened it multiple times and it has fucking failed every time you have reopened that door, for the love of all that is good, stop. Stop opening that fucking door. Stop. Bolt it shut. Slide the key underneath. Let it be a one-way lock. They can't touch it. Throw the key underneath so that you don't have access to it. Bolt that door shut. Don't fucking open it. I love you, Cat. I love you. Don't open the fucking door. All right. We're going to move on to Aqua and then do Pisces. Unless there is any Pisces here that says, no, I don't want to be last again. Otherwise, we're going to go to Aqua. Pisces, even when I let y'all pick the signs. My God. All right, Aqua. Here we go. Spear peace. What is going on? Yeah. Oh, Kristen. I bet it does. Scorpio energy. It's a blessing. It doesn't always feel that way. It's not light and fluffy, but it is a blessing. What is going on with Aqua? The card that popped up in here. I could have sworn that. There it is. I was going to say, I swore I saw it. All right. True facts. True facts, Kristen. True facts. I've got quite a cluster of things in Pluto myself. In Pluto and Scorpio myself, including my Pluto. And my Venus. And my Fortune. And my White Moon. And my Juno. And my South Node. Hi, Chihuahua. Give me one more, Spirit. Thank you. And then, of course, I've got Jupiter in my 8th house. It's Scorpio's house. And a lot of that. Okay. Aqua. 8 of Swords was on top. 9 of Wands was on the bottom. 5 of Cups. 8 of Cups is under that. Tower. Aqua. Aqua. Are you afraid to talk about how you feel and what you want because you're afraid that everything will collapse instead of change? You are holding something in. It does not feel good. Not to think about it, not to feel through it. It's not good. I think you're afraid that if you talk about what you're thinking about and what you're feeling about, that it will collapse instead of change. And you might have married yourself to it. It's painful. You're at war with yourself. There are insecurities attached. There may be other people involved that are karmically connected, whether it's through contract, like literal, physical document contract, or with children. Aqua. You feel trapped. Something feels super trapped. Because you are in your head in July. You are in your head. Your vision is completely scattered. You don't even know what you want anymore. You don't You don't have a vision, like a goal vision that you're after. You're going through the motions, and the motions fucking suck right now. Internally. Might look fine on the outside. You've stuck yourself. Most of it is mental. You have stuck yourself mentally. I don't think that things could not change. And if something had to fall apart, well, then fuck. You know? Then it has to fall apart. Then it has to. But you're a fucking mess, Aqua. Mentally. Like, you're a fucking mess. Queen of Cups with the Three of Wands. Empress with Justice. Nine of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. Like, it looks okay on the surface. But the top of the deck, the bottom of the deck is nasty. It's nasty under here. And it just keeps getting nasty. It's just more nasty. You are bottling a lot of shit, Aqua. On the surface, it looks like Aqua is loving, caring, committed, devoted. They're doing whatever they have to do. The Empress with the Justice card, double Libra. You're trying to be fair. You're trying to make sure that everybody else is happy. It's not just about you. It's about them and them and them and them and their needs. You're considering at least one person above yourself. At least one. Could be multiple, but you are putting everybody else's happiness and needs before your own. I think you wish you weren't so attached to material reality. I was going to say material things, but it didn't quite feel like it was right coming off the tongue. Because it's not really about that. Like, it might be a certain reality where material things exist, but it's a certain reality. Like, I think you weren't attached to it the way that you are. I think it's going to be a slow process of self-forgiveness and mercy. Because there's sweetness in life, but you've got to cultivate it. It's like a beekeeper. Like, it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to go climb some fucking tree and knock down a hive of potentially angry bees to get the good stuff. Like, getting the good stuff doesn't have to be a feat of pain. That might be what you're used to. You might be used to getting the good stuff after going through lots of pain, and that might be the fucking habit. That might be the pattern. You pursue the good, but feel like you have to go through an exorbitant amount of pain to fucking achieve it. When really, you can become a beekeeper. You can be more prepared. You can get the good stuff every day. Keeping a little light protection on, using a little bit of that beautiful sage, right? That smudge smoke that beekeepers use. It's like using your fucking sage. Keeping yourself spiritually protected from that would sting you. But to be completely fair, when you get familiar with the bees, when they become familiar with you and they know you are not a threat, like, bees can be very docile. They can be very docile. You ever see the YouTube shorts of like beekeepers or bee removal experts that will come in and they don't even wear fucking protection? They just come in and start moving the hive for the bees, and they find their queen, and all the bees follow, the little worker bees, and they just take the hive home. The bees create their honey, and it's amazing. Bees are actually really healing. Their vibration, the sound that bees make, and the vibration that they create is insanely healing. Insanely healing. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like whatever the right path is, it's not painful. It's not painful. It's like that which was once painful or perceived as painful was taken down more than just a notch and are now working and providing the sweetness for you in ways that you had to go to great lengths to get it before. Now it's just much more readily available. And you don't have to climb to some crazy height to get it. You don't got to get stung or whatever to get it. Like, if you need to communicate something, Aqua, I think that you should slowly start accepting that. One step of acceptance at a time. If it is too much for you to just swallow at once and process at once, then just start taking baby steps in the right direction, because you'll get there. But the idea that the beautiful gold, the value, the sweetness of life is only achieved through painful circumstance and struggle and tests of will and tests of mental and emotional acrobatics. Like, this is not the spiritual Olympics. This is not spiritual gymnastics. It's beekeeping. It's spiritual beekeeping. Okay? Let life work for you instead of forcing life to work in a certain direction instead of forcing yourself to be present for this person and 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 making sure everybody is good before you're good. Like, go tend to your bees. Go tend to your bees. Everybody can enjoy the honey. Everybody can enjoy the honey. Okay. When you focus on what is sweet for you, it becomes sweet. That's something that everybody else can experience too. But if you're focusing on everybody else's needs, you might not even get to your bees today. You know? Like, best of love and support to you, Aqua. You've got some beautiful energy to work with. Jupiter is trining on your sign. South Node is trining on your sign. It's helping you in big and beautiful and beneficial ways to transit. Okay? You're even going to catch a brief break from Pluto. So use it wisely. Let Pluto come back into your sign and work for you as a powerhouse, as opposed to like a serious transformation agent because, you know, stubborn. Yeah, you got to fill your cup first. It'll overflow. Overflow that fucking cup with honey. For real, for real. Yeah, if you're not good for you, you're not good for anybody. Don't forget how important your own energy is. It's no good to anybody if it's depleted. Shit. All right. Pisces. We are here. Our beautiful fishies. What is going on with Spirit? With Pisces. For the month of July. What do they need to know? What do they need to know? What is going on? All right, Pisces. Give me one more and some clarities, please. All right. Pisces. All right, listen. Did you find your spiritual balls? Because I think this is what that looks like right here. Pisces. I think it starts with some major anxiety. I think it starts with some major, major anxiety, okay? But I think you kind of meditate on it. I think you find some time to be at peace and meditate on it. Because the truth is, there's something you want. There is something you want. And whatever is in the way of what you want, You are acknowledging it for the burden that it is, and you are mustering up all your strength, all of it, to heal. And a victory you will get. You are mustering up all your strength. Pisces, you're ready to let love in. Which means you're also ready to let love flow out. Whatever you're going after, it's not about convenience. It's not about codependence. This is about spiritual relief. This is major relief. I think you've tuned into your intuition, tuned into your divine feminine energy within the self, what you want to receive. And you are racing towards it. Whether you realize it or not. Because Pisces has this interesting way, the sign itself, not necessarily Pisces people, but the sign itself, and God knows it manifests in y'all. But Pisces will be moving gung-ho in one direction, only to slam into a brick wall, and the brick wall diverts them immediately where they need to go. And so the whole time they were racing in the quote-unquote a certain direction, or the wrong direction, it literally put them right into alignment with the right direction. We talk about spiritual paths, and a lot of time it's like a roadmap, right? How we describe it. It's like taking one path and choosing left or right type thing. Where with Pisces, it's more like Mario and jumping down tubes, like the green pipes. And they go whoop, 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 and they pop up somewhere else entirely. Like, that's Pisces. Pisces was going in whatever direction they were going. And whether they realize it or not, they're manifesting exactly what they want. They are putting themselves under a serious amount of mental stress. But as soon as they really do stop to think about it, when they stop to take a break, or they have moments when they're by themselves, even if it's in the fucking bathroom for 2 minutes, they're taking time to think, if they're in the shower, or they're driving, or they're whatever. Like, when they have time by themselves, Pisces is actually at peace and thinking on things. And the divine is presenting them with a really, 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 really big love cup. Really big love cup. Because to be fair, Pisces, you've probably been sacrificing the shit out of yourself to no avail. That's probably what's been happening. You have been sacrificing yourself to no avail. Doing what you feel is right, that you would regret it if you didn't, like, you're sticking to your spiritual guns. And I think the divine is throwing you a pipeline. I think you're going to end up taking some kind of loop-de-loo, whatever, and finding yourself moving full speed ahead towards the Chariot with the 10 of Cups. And you're realizing when it's in front of you like that, how much you want to be there. I think you start communicating your vision. I think you start communicating plans. And what's interesting is it's not that kind of fantasy or fantastical romantic Piscean energy. It's more matter of fact. Like, this is coming in with the Knight of Swords. That's Gemini's energy, and Jupiter is squaring your sign. And Sag's energy. Sag's energy, which is going to be right before the second full moon in Capricorn. That Sag moon. It's interesting. I usually pull 2 cards for each week, but I feel like this progression stops at the end of Cancer season. I think this is more of a progression of events, like a chronological order. But Cancer season, I think it's going to be very different for Pisces once the sun kicks into Leo. I'm asking Spirit, like, should I be pulling more cards? And Spirit's like, nope. Nope. So you are meant to know when you are meant to know certain things, Pisces. Because I think if it were any other way, you probably wouldn't follow the path. Your highest good one. It's like the less you know, the better. Which, unsurprisingly, is very similar to the 12th house that you rule, right? The hidden, the secrets, the divine, right? Whatever you're doing, Pisces, you're running smack crash into fulfillment. I don't think you fucking realize it, though. I really don't. I really don't. I think if anything right now, you're probably just really high anxiety and potentially just sacrificing yourself for a cause you thought was worth it. You thought it was worth it to sacrifice yourself for it. And you may have been doing it for a long time. I think you're getting some relief, though. I think you're getting some relief, though. Don't be surprised if that Chiron and Aries, especially if you have like cool little semi-sextiles to your sign, or if someone else's Chiron benefits your healing in some way, hopefully without being a detriment to themselves. But I feel like you have a healer coming in that you deserve to receive. So you're going to run right smack into it. And or you're going to go after it outright. When you realize what it is, you might be going after it outright. Whatever the case may be. Be grateful and accept it for what it is. Take the leap of faith on it. All right. Just Take the leap of faith on it. I think it's an earth angel. I think you have the potential to move forward with an earth angel. Your earth angel. Someone who is specifically your earth angel. They're not anybody else's. They're here for you. All right. Remember I said that. And that wraps up July, guys. So thank you to everybody who popped up and spent some time with me in the live chat. I love y'all. Thank you to everybody else who participates in the comments and the replay after and drops likes and supports the channel in that way. I'm forever grateful. Thank you again to all of our beautiful members, because this ripple, it's yours. This ripple is yours. And I hope you have a great day and have a wonderful July. And I will be around, popping up in divine time and for the weekly duality reports on the weekend. All right, so you guys have things to look forward to. In the meantime, see you later.